Hello friends, this is Vivash Sarkar. You are watching Entertainment and Seriousness All-Rounder YouTubers. I have started a new course, last time suggestion for SSC CGL Tier 2 aspirants. Okay, Tier 2 is not so far, so you guys also start preparation with me. I shall provide you the math classes on every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. If you want to get those videos in time, subscribe the channel, and these classes will be made based on the previous year questions of CGL. Okay, so let's start class 2. First problem: A and B working together can complete a work in D days. Working alone, A takes 8 plus D days and B takes 18 plus D days to complete the same work. A works for 4 days. The remaining work will be completed by B alone in. So here is the problem from time and work. A and B, when working together, they can complete the work in D days. Okay, let's solve it. Let total work be one part. Okay, A in 8 plus D days does one part in 1 days 1 by 8 plus D. In the same way, B in 1 day does 1 by 18 plus D, right? In the same way, we can say that A plus B together can do in 1 day 1 by D in 1 day, B in 1 day. Okay, then A in 1 day does the 1 by 8 plus D works, B in 1 day 1 by 18 plus D, and A plus B together in 1 day 1 by D. So by the condition, we can say 1 by 8 plus D plus 1 by 18 plus D equal to 1 by D. Let's solve. 8 plus D into 18 plus D, 18 plus D plus 8 plus D equal to 1 by D. Then 18 plus 8, 26 plus 2D by multiplying these factors, 18 into 8, 144 plus 18D plus 8D, that is 26D plus D square equal to 1 by D. Now by multiplying 26D plus 2D square equal to 144 plus 26D plus D square, eliminating 26D from both sides, 2D square minus D square, that is D square equal to 144, that is D equal to root 144, that is 12 days. D equal to 12 days. That means when A and B working together, they can complete the work in 12 days. A alone 8 plus D, that is 20 days, B alone 18 plus D, 18 plus 12, that is 30 days. Now in the second part of the question, it is said that A works for 4 days, okay, and then the remaining work is completed by B. Okay, then the work will be completed by B alone in how many days? That is the question. So let B alone can complete the remaining work in X days. Okay, now A does the whole work in 20 days. So A in 20 days does the work 1, then A does in 4 days 4 by 20 plus B complete the whole work in 30 days. So B in 30 days completes one part of work, right? Then in 1 days 1 by 30, and in X days X by 30, and it will be equal to 1. Clear? From here on, X by 30 equal to 1 minus 4 by 20, that is X by 30 equal to, so X by 30 equal to 16 by 20, 0 eliminated, 2 into 8 16, that is X equal to 24. So the remaining work will be completed by B alone in 24 days. Here 24 is the answer. Here 24 is the answer. It is quite lengthy, but it is the only way to solve it. Nothing to do here. Okay. Next problem. Let's start the second problem. 1/3 of goods are sold at 15% profit. 25% of the goods are sold at a 20% profit, and the rest at a loss of 20%. If the total profit of 138.50 is earned on the whole transaction, then the value of the goods is. So here is a product whose 1/3 is sold at 15% profit and 25% is sold at 20% profit, and the rest at a loss of 20%. Okay, then let the value of goods be X. Then 1/3 of goods, that is 1/3 of goods are sold at 15% profit. So 1 by 3x into 15 by 100. Okay, then 25% of the goods, that is x into 25 by 100 are sold at a 20% profit. So x into 25 by 100 into 20 by 100. Okay, then the rest at a loss of 20%. Rest, so remaining quantity, here x by 3 and here x into 25 by 100, right? The total quantity x minus x by 3 plus 25 or 100, eliminate. If eliminated, then x by 4, right? 25% of the goods, that is x into 25 by 100. If we eliminate 25 with 100, then we get x by 4. X minus x by 3 plus x by 4, that is x minus 4x plus 3x, that is x minus 7x by 12, that is 5x by 12. So the rest is 5x by 12 minus 5x by 12 into 20 by 100. Why the sign is minus? Because the rest at a loss of 20%. For loss, this sign is changed to minus. Okay, this equation will be equal to 138.5 0 because the profit is 138.50. Now 3 into 5 15, 5 into 20 100, that is x by 20 plus 25 and 100 4, 20 100 5, then x by 20 minus 5 into 20 100, 20 20 eliminated, that is minus x by 12 equal to 138.50. Here 20 20 and 12, the LCM will be 300, that is 15x plus 15x minus 25x equal to 138.50. If we remove the point, then we get 100 in the denominator. Okay, 0 0 eliminated. 30x minus 25x, that is 5x by 3 equal to 13850. If we eliminate 5 and 13850, we get 2770, that is x equal to 2770 into 3, that is 8310. So this is the answer, 8310. It is a very important problem from profit and loss, so look it very carefully. Okay, every step one by one, please look it carefully. Let's start the next problem, very important one. The income of A is 60% less than that of B, and the expenditure of A is equal to 60% of B's expenditure. If A's income is equal to 70% of B's expenditure, then what is the ratio of the savings of A and B? Let's see. Let income of B equal to 100x. Income of B equal to 100x. It is given that the income of A is 60% less than that of B. 60% less. So income of A will be 40x, right? Because income of A is less than B by 60%. Okay. Now again, let expenditure of B equal to Y. Expenditure of B equal to Y. Now it is given that A's income is equal to 70% of B's expenditure. 70% of B's expenditure. Okay. Now we let that expenditure of B is Y. So income of A equal to 70% of B's expenditure, that is 70% of Y, right? 70% of Y equal to 70 by 100 into Y, 70 by 100 into Y, and we already get that income of A equal to 40x. Income of A equal to 40x, right? So if we eliminate both the zeros, then we can say Y equal to 400x by 7. Y equal to 400x by 7. So the expenditure of B equal to 400x by 7. Again it is given that A is equal to, the expenditure of A is equal to 60% of B's expenditure, then expenditure of B is 400x by 7. So expenditure of A equal to 60%, that is 60 by 100 of B's expenditure. So 60 by 100 into 400x by 7, both the 0 is eliminated, this 0 with this 0, that is 240x by 7, 240x by 7. Now we have to find the savings of A and B, So savings of A, here income of A is 40x, and the expenditure of A is 240x, that is savings of A will be 40x minus 240x by 7, that is 40x by 7. In the same way, savings of B equal to income of B 100x minus expenditure of B Y, that is 400x by 7, that is 300x by 7. Now we have to find the ratio of savings, the ratio A 40x by 7 and B 300x by 7. Both the 7 is eliminated, x eliminated, 0 eliminated, 2 2s are 4, 2 15 are 13, that is 2:15. It is the required answer. 2:15. Okay, very important one and very nice problem. Okay, another problem from profit and loss, very important one. Let's see. A shopkeeper sells an article at 15% gain. Had he sold it for rupees 18 more, he would have gained 18%. The CP of the article is, okay, let the CP of the article, is rupees 100. So CP 100. Shopkeeper sells an article at 15% gain. So if shopkeeper sells this article at 15% profit, then it will be sold at 115. It a sell price. It is sell price number 1. Now see very carefully that if he had sold it for rupees 18 more, he would have gained 18%. 18% profit. We know that profit is charged only on CP. So if the gain percent is 18, then we can say it is sold for 118. This is sell price number 2, second sell price. Now this second sell price 118 and the first one is 115. The gap between these two sell prices is 3 unit. Okay, this change of or difference of 3 unit, how this difference 3 unit occurs? Because of these 18 rupees, he sold it for rupees 18 more. The shopkeeper sold the article for rupees 18 more. That's why the sell price has changed 3 units, has increased 3 units, right? Then we can say that this 3 unit equal to rupees 18, 1 unit equal to 18 by 3, and 100 100 unit equal to 18 by 3 into 100, because we assume that the CP of the article is 100. So this 100 unit, 3 6 are 18, so equal to 600. So CP is 600. The CP of the article is 600. It is the answer. It is the answer. Very important one, and follow the tricks very carefully. Next one. It is the last problem today. Here is a problem from simplification. Simplification. We have to simplify it. Okay. Let's do it. 5 1 by 2, that is 5 into 2 10 plus 1 11 by 2, divide 3 into 3 9 plus 2 11 by 3 of 1 by 4 plus 5 9s are 45 plus 1 46 by 9 minus 8 7s are 57 plus 7 63 by 8, divide 9 into 20 180 plus 9 189 by 20 into 9 by 11 by 5, divide 5 of 1 by 10 minus 10 into 10 divide 20 equal to. This problem will be solved by the rule BODMAS, BODMAS, BODMAS. B for bracket, O for off, D for divide, M for multiply, A for addition, S for subtraction, S for subtraction. So here of the function of bracket will be the first one, then the function of off, then the function of divide, then multiply, then addition, and the last is subtraction. Okay, here off is present, so this function will be treated at first. Okay, so 11 by 2 divide, so off means multiply, so if we multiply 11 by 3 with 1 by 4, it will be 11 by 12 plus 46 by 9 minus, here is divide, so 63 by 8 into 20 by 189 into 9 by 11 by 5, divide 5 of 1 by 10, that is 5 into 1 by 10 minus 10 into 10 divide 20, that is 10 by 20. Okay, equal to, here is the divide, so 11 by 2 into 12 by 11 plus 46 by 9 minus, here is a multiply, so we can eliminate 63 with 189, 63 into 3 189, and if we get 4 into 2 8, so by 4 it will be 2, by 4 it will be 2, and it will be 5, so 5 by 3 to the 6, 5 by 6 into 9 by 11 by 5, divide 5 2s are 10, 5 divide 1 by 2 minus 2 5s are 10, so minus 5. If we eliminate 11 and 2 6 are 12, so 6 plus, here 18 is the LCM, so 92 minus 15 into 9 by 11 by 5 divide 1 by 2, that is 5 into 2 minus 5. Okay, so 6 plus 92 minus 5, that is 77 by 18 into 9 by 11 by 5 2s are 10 minus 5, that is only 5. If we eliminate 11 and 77 and 9 into 2 18, that is 6 plus 7 by 2 by 5. So 6 plus 7 by 2, that is 19 by 2 into 5, that is 19 by 10, that is 1 whole 9 by 10, 1 whole 9 by 10. So this is a problem from simplification, and we can solve it by using the method BODMAS, Badmash. We have to remind this one. Okay, this is the last problem today. So that's all for today. Okay, subscribe the channel surely for the next class. Okay, thank you.